Hello everyone, welcome back to the iRacing channel, and today your Ferrari guide for this week, which is at the Hockenheim ring, new track for this season and this series. It's the Grand Prix circuit, so the full circuit today, something you will see in the Formula 1 calendar season, so you get to drive it yourself in the Ferrari F1 GT3. And without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So down the main straight, your first braking point is just going to be at the 100-meter marker with maximum brake force at about the 75. Down into third gear, cut this corner nicely. Don't go too far out wide, you'll get a 1x. Straight down due to corner 2. Pit exit on the right hand side, so be careful of any cars coming out there. Braking point is just at this tarmac area here. You'll be braking down into second gear if you are struggling with the turning. Get down into first, which I have done here, but you can take it to second, just to be careful. Trying to get back on the power is quite slow in the lower range of this car. Down the main straight, a good slipstream and opportunity, good overtaking. Stay to the left here. On this next is the hairpin, 180 degrees. You want to have a late apex so you can get a good run out into the next straight, but you can be braking at 150. Down into first gear, bring the speed, don't turn too early, turn it nice and late, bring the speed down, hit the apex late and then get on the power. Now obviously in a race situation, you probably want to be cutting that corner off a bit earlier. So it is going to be slower in the race, but you don't want to leave that door open for anyone coming onto this straight. Over to the right hand side here, flat through the corner before. You're going to be braking just by this second to last full white mark on the curb. Down into second gear first, if you want to get a bit more purchase out the corner. You don't want to go too far away because you want to bring it left, turn around, hold second gear, then get into third onto the apex. Down this straight onto one of the hardest corners of this track. And for me, I'm braking just here. Just as the bushes leave my screen, I'm braking down into third. I'm going to let the car roll to the apex, power on at the apex. Don't go into the gravel on the left. Over to the right hand side, brake at the 50-yard marker, or just before the 50-yard marker. Down into second gear, late apex. Don't get the power too early like I've just done there, because the car goes on forever. Shortcut this here, that's not really a corner. And as you come off this curb, so as we come off the curb, we're going to be braking a straight line into second, come off the brake, start to turn right. And then what you want to do is you're going to be aiming for this red curb there. And as you hit that red curb, then you're going to come off the accelerator, stay in second gear, then back on the accelerator for the apex there, up into third, and then straight through to the start finish line. And that was a 140.39. With an Optimum of just under that, so 139.9. So there is time to be found in my driving style, and it's not the perfect lap, but we'll go through it as always. So braking at the 100, cut the corner a little bit here. You can use I could probably go a bit faster through there, but we've got a safe lap on cold tyres as you would do in qualifying. Okay, braking just for the 100 at tarmac, down into second, into first if you are struggling with turning. Get on the power. Onto this main straight, good slipstream opportunity. As I said, coming up to this 180 hairpin, what you want to do is covering off any corners, any dives in the race. But for the qualifying lap, you want to stay left and get that late apex so you can get the power as early as possible. So you'll be braking at the 150 basically, down into first gear. Look at this late apex, there you go, so the apex is behind me there. Get on the power, rotate that vehicle around and straight through. Flat for this next corner so you don't have to worry about it. Start to turn at the curb, follow those black markings, the rubber on the road. Over to the right hand side, braking at the end of the curve there, into first gear. I'd say probably more preferable, especially with hot tyres. Over to the left, stay in second, now getting the power out of apex. Don't go too far left there because that red sausage curb will fling you off the track. When the bushes disappear from the screen, into third, get off all the power onto the apex. Over to the right hand side, braking at the 50, down in second gear, late apex here. Don't get the power too early because I have to dab the brakes a little bit there. Cut this corner here, not really a corner. As you come off the curb here, now you're braking into second, get the car around the corner, aim for that red sausage curb, off the accelerator, back on again, nice and cut around these corners and set yourself up. Use all the curb there for the start finish straight. Thank you as always. I've been a bit quiet lately, so thank you for all the support. If you like the video, don't forget to like. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Have a good week. Keep safe. Safe driving. And I'll catch you again soon.